we are on. Welcome back, Medieval Dynasty, episode 99 today. So we got a good idea. Oh man, I've had so many good comments lately. It's hard to remember which ones are which. Um, but I mean, first, I guess, thanks for all the support. The comments are super fun. I do enjoy reading them and all the good tips and info, and hopefully everyone else, if that's your thing to check out the comments, it's there's a lot of good info down there. And I want to say it was Pamela, but if I'm wrong, sorry. They had mentioned, we do still have a couple market stalls open. So what I was doing is I was kind of just looking, right, like how we had mentioned, we are getting up there in our weight. Um, so I want to bring in a couple more market stall people. And what I think I'm going to do is if we look at it, so I moved two of our people up in the main town. So they're in a food stall up here, and it's a fish stall, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna build another house down by where the fish market is. We're gonna move these two here, so they'll be in like fish market stalls, which was what they were kind of designed for. And then that'll open up two stalls, and we're gonna get two more people to kind of come in and do something new. I think we're going to do a clothing one to help out our clothing person, right? Because they're not selling as fast as they're coming in. And then what we're going to do is, so it'll kind of be like an overflow of the clothing. So we're going to add a couple iron bits. Like we're going to add a couple iron armor pieces to it, which is, I'm pretty sure in here, right? I suppose I should have checked that out. I think, yeah. Okay, so armor's in clothing too. I was like, it wouldn't be under like tools and stuff. Just being made out of iron. So we'll add a couple iron pieces in, right, and that'll help with our iron a little bit. And then, from there, we might just do another overflow thing. And one thing though that we did fix is look at this. So there's no manure right there. We finally caught up. We got more barn workers. I helped a little bit, but it's all been turned into fertilizer, which is amazing. So I think we have 10 barn workers at the moment. They're flying through stuff pretty good, which is nice. But yeah, otherwise we it's a lot of other stuff, right? Like I think another overflow one might be nice. We'll add more salt to it. Probably more wool, right? We're still pretty high in the wool. And then to get rid of the logs, like I was thinking we could turn them into something and sell it, even if it's like vials, right? Like, because you'd sell so many of them, they don't weigh a lot. But it'll just help with our weight problem. And then, let's see, what else was there? Salt's going to kind of take care of itself. That's just piling up because we don't have as many fishermen using it right now. Iron's kind of the big one, logs, and then we'll probably turn planks into something and sell those too. Whether it might be buckets, like we might just jack up the amount of buckets we make. Firewood I did slow down. We could sell a little bit. The problem is I don't want to be sitting there fluctuating stuff between seasons, right? Because I don't know. To me, that's not as fun. So the other thing I was looking at is maybe an herbalist thing, but I think these will kind of even out. It's just because we came off a winter, right? So they're going to go through them. And they don't weigh a ton anyway, so I'm not super worried about that. But these are kind of the hot button issues we're going to take care of today. And then if we do really need a third one, I think one of our merchants is still single, so we can kind of look at that. But yeah, you know what? I think that'll kind of take care of the iron, logs, and planks. Stone we slowed down. Clay we're making. More bottles and whatnot. That would be a thing. We could add some bottles to there if we were really getting high in those, right? Like we might do wooden vials and mead bottles or something. So, but that means for our little expansion episode today, we're gonna need to run down to our fishing village because we do need a house down there. Right, so we don't have an extra house. We do have an extra house for barn workers up here, which I'm just gonna let it sit there for right now. Like, we're not short on firewood by any means, so that'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, if we run down to the fish village, if we put up a house, If we put up a house, I'll kind of show everybody what I mean by... All we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 fish people that we were selling fish up here, and we're going to move them into the fish market, right? And that'll open up 2 slots. Where, you know, we'll run to a village. Maybe while we're over here, we'll run to Klonika quick. And that should be pretty solid. You know, and we haven't been down here in a minute, so it might be good to check her out. The thing is, housing-wise, I mean, we could get another house in there potentially. The problem is that if I can't put one in there, I don't want to take a tree down for nothing. But I mean, I think that might be a pretty good spot. You know, and then we'd have like a walkway coming in here. That's another thing we gotta do. We gotta put our roads in here. It's kind of just all overgrown right now. So let's see. If we do that middle tree, if we take that one out, or maybe just this one, right? And then we wedge it in the corner. Problem is, let's see. So there's obstacles placed on water. What? There's water back there? That's weird. Yeah, see, what I'm worried about right there is we're not going to have much of a walkway. Let's see. How far is that going into... I'm stuck. Man. Let me see here. Yeah, see, like, it'd be a pretty narrow walkway into town, which I guess would kind of be cool. It's either that or we put it there. Kind of leaning towards here. And then we're not so scrunched in that early part. Let's take this bad boy down. Alright. Man, it's been a second since we've taken a tree and put up a house. Kind of feels good. Let's go here. Alright. Very nice, very nice. Now, let's see if we can get that house up. You know, while we're down here, we might put some roads in, too. Oh, let's see here. Housey. Alright, now... Let's see, how far over do we gotta go? And then we'll put it in as far as we can. I don't want to hear any dirty jokes about what I just said. As soon as I said it, I was like, uh-oh. Some of you folks with naughtier minds, right? Yeah. Have fun with that one, I guess. Oh, man. Good times, good times. Let's see, how far back are we here? Yeah, that might be about as far as we can go, I guess. Oh, crap. Of course. Yeah, see, won't let me go any more this way because of that tree, which is fine. I want to keep that tree in there. Now let's get... where was it? Guess that'll do. Yep, that looks pretty good. Right, it gives us a little bit of room for a walkway too, which is a-okay. Yeah. All right, let's see. I think we'll pretty much stay with that. Maybe we'll add a window back here. Got a lot of limestone too. That might be the other thing we do while we're down here. I don't want to turn this whole video into a decorating, or not even decorating, but putting stuff up down here video. But I feel like while we're down here, not a bad time to get some stuff in. Let's see. We got like 1 million building materials. All right. So put our usual bits in here. And you. And you. And you. Let's see. Man, it's been a been a second. Oh my god, my stomach just growled at me. I'm not like hungry or anything. I don't know what the heck that was about. Decorated door, sure. Wall, I like the lanterns. Do I have lanterns on the other ones? Man, we're really behind on the times down here. Wall, lantern. Might have to fix these houses up a bit. Man, maybe this is gonna turn into a. This is gonna turn into a fixing up the fishing village. I guess it has been, what, man? 10, 15 episodes since we did anything down here? You know, the fish market looks sick, too. I think it looks nice. But as I'm just looking around, right, like... Oop, almost forgot about the top parts. You know, like, these houses don't have shutters, they don't have doors, they don't have the little bits out here. What does everybody think? Should we stay down here for the episode? While we're down here and fix her up? I mean, we could concentrate on this being an episode for our management, and then maybe next episode 100. I don't know, I kind of had a different idea for episode 100. It was going to be like a short one, and I was going to talk about some community engagement stuff that I think might be fun. Yeah, I don't know. Not too sure. All right, let's use up some of this limestone. The other thing that will start piling up on us is limestone. Like, we're still using it at the moment, but and then at that point, we'll probably just pretty much turn it. I don't know if I want to turn it off completely. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see us needing too many more houses. You know, we are about maxed out, and if I look at our buildings, like, we only have room for 19 more, and I think I have that maxed out already. I don't know if I can add more to that or not. So, yeah. Yeah, look at this. Man, we don't even have insulation down here. That's crazy. All right, let me do these couple houses, and then we'll call it good on that. Maybe we'll have to come back down here. Maybe we'll make it like episode 101. We'll make that a goal for that, to come down here and get the fishing village up and running. You know, happiness-wise, some of those things will make a difference for them. So, right, like all these little bits help. Like, see how they're going up already? So, we have neglected our fishing village, but yeah. We'll get her. You know, it's crazy that you're like, you know, we're 100 episodes in on something, and it's, you know, like, they're not 10-minute episodes either. You know, they're pretty girthy episodes. I got a feeling there'll be more jokes about that one. But why is this showing? Oh, okay. All right, I lied. We're gonna do one more, because that must be fixed. Apparently, I must have ran out of limestone, like, while I was doing this one. Yeah, I don't know. I just made a girth joke there, and I forgot completely what was going on. Other than that, I don't remember. All right. Yeah. We'll see. 100 or 101. We'll come back down here. We gotta make this place look a little better. Add some of the things. You know, there's no yards. There's nothing down here. We have some work to do. Right. So this is our new one. And this is going to be... Hold on. What am I calling the other ones? Am I just calling them... Am I calling them merchant down here too? I must be, right? Yeah. Lumberjack, merchant... Are you actually a... Oh, yeah, you are. That's right. We do have a lumber thing down here, don't we? Alright, so I only have one merchant house down here. Okay. Well, let's add another. I suppose, yeah, we only got a couple people down here. You know, we'll have to fix that up. Alright, house. Change the name. Merchant. All right, beautiful. Accept. All right, so now we have our extra merchant house. See how we do have a single one? Oh, the single one's down here too. And we do have a single one up there. Okay, more single people than I thought merchant-wise. Interesting. All right, and then here's our house we're gonna populate. So, let's see. Let's find our people. All right, so our 2 fish people. No more for you. No more for you. And then we're gonna put you in the fish market here. Let's sort people. Yep. And then I gotta try to. I'm gonna have to look and see what the percentages are. I'll add you. All right, so our people are down here, and then that percentage. Oh yeah, never mind. This isn't the fish hut. This is the fish market. So it's just you're selling all fish. All right. Where are the salted fish? Salted fish. Add that. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And wait, why does that have seasons? You see that? What the heck? How am I doing that? um, hmm. What did I do differently? Open details, custom sort buildings. You see that? Like, do my other fish markets? Nope. Hold on, I gotta get some music back in here. It's too quiet. Um, has anyone noticed that in their game? Like, if I look at all of my stalls, right, they're just one season. Like, you only get to pick one thing. Is there a way to change that, I wonder? Alright, fish market, salted fish meat, salted fish meat. Yeah, see, like on this one, like all these other ones, there's just one season. I don't know if there's something I did to change that, but usually you folks know better than I do. So, if there's a way to do that, let me know, because I'm kind of curious. Um, yeah, I have no idea. It's only on this market where I gotta do it this way. Oh, it's kind of interesting, you know? Right, if we go manage, change good types, remove, edit assignments. Yeah, see, like it, I don't see an option to change. Yeah, to change it to like seasonal stuff. Huh? I don't know. Well, if you're watching right now and throw a comment in there. I'm kind of curious to why I only have one market that is seasonal and the rest are just like the whole time. That's what you pick. I don't know if I pushed something and if there's a way to do that. Let us know, and then I'll bring it up next episode on what that is. All right, so we now have our 2 fish people that moved over. So I do want to. We're just gonna we'll just remove that, right? We'll remove that. So let's leave those for now. We'll hire our. Should I change them now? Are you still building? No? Okay. What did we say? We're going to change it to a... Man, that's not updating either, is it? There we go. Okay, it updated, kind of. Custom name. We're going to change it to fish so we don't get confused. Clothing. Should we go clothing overflow? Maybe? We'll have like a... And then what we'll do is we'll probably change this to like resource overflow, and then, you know what I mean? So we can kind of keep those straight. Uh, hmm. So, what is this? This is, um, it's a resource stall. Yeah, so let's do, oh man, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. Let's change the good types to clothes. Clothing, clothes stall. I guess we don't have to call it clothing overflow, like it says, you know, resource stall overflow, clothing stall. Yeah, so that is redundant. So let's take out that. Sorry, I'm trying to just gather all the thoughts here, get them down. There we go. That, I like that better because then it kind of puts all the overflow stalls together. I think that'll be better. And then, you know, if we get, so you know what we could do is we could just go get one more person and we could just do a clothing overflow stall right now. Ah, man. Decisions. What are, yeah, so we could make like our clay and our wooden stuff. I feel like we're going to need a second resource stall overflow. Um, so let's do that. So let's change you to resources. And then I have to change the name to over. Wow, that was my stomach. If you could hear that, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I didn't do anything weird. Overflow 2. Boom. Accept. There we go. Okay, I wish those would be next to each other, but whatever, close enough. So that gives us room for 2 more people, right? And we do have an empty house, or we will have an empty house once we switch our market people around. So now here's the fun part. We got to, we're at our house, so we gotta find those folks we just moved, which were these ones, right? Yes. So I'm gonna, let's see. All right, we're gonna take you out of your house. How do I do that? Remove. Can't remove you. There we go. Okay. So they're homeless. And then we are gonna add them into here. Sort by extraction, age, mood, status. There we go. So we're gonna add these 3 in there, and right, because they're a family, it'll do it automatically all for us. Now they should be all happy, and we'll have their house open at the other place. Yeah, when you make these changes like later in this end game, yeah, like, you know, there's a lot to kind of consider. But man, yeah, we really got to come back down here, and we'll have to watch out, little kid. We'll have to put in some, you know, we got to put in all the goods, right? Like I don't have roads connecting the houses. I think I was waiting on that because we were going to put up yards. So let's put that on the to-do list. We're going to have to come back down here and, you know, kind of get the fishing village looking like an actual village a little bit more. That'll give us something to do. That'll be kind of fun. All right. Guess I crossed a little early. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I think there's wolves on that side. There's buffalo on this side, so it's kind of like a, you know, pick your poison. Usually the buffalo are a little more content to not chase me. All right. I may stop and get a drink at the water. Let our horse catch his breath. Pebbles. By the way, yeah, if you missed it, so we did change Unicorn's name to Pebbles. And if you're a Kingdom Come Deliverance follower, the other kind of main series I've been doing right now, Pebbles was the horse on there, and I retired Pebbles. being that these are similar locations, you know, I'm kind of just in my mind pretending that I retired him in that game and now I have him in this game. It makes me feel better. You know, I'm one of those people that like gets attached to stuff even though it's like a game. You know, like we're not gonna make any like memes about me because I'm not gonna like. What was that one girl where like a rabbit got shot in a game and she started bawling or something, and it's like, okay, well, calm down a little maybe. But you know, hey, like you get grown attached to some of these things, even though it's a game. I get it. I don't know why I got off the horse. I had something else on the mind, and we probably could have stayed on the horse. That's all right. It is kind of pain getting through there with all the people around. All right, so I don't care if these folks are too good, right? Oh god, is there not a guy here? There's one. How old are you? Oh, he's 18 too, and he's a 3. Dang. Nice, and then we got the pick. She's actually pretty solid. A couple of them are solid. I'm not too worried about it, so we'll go with her. She's actually, man, a couple of good folks down here.
How do you do? See you around.
She's got a deeper voice. All right, yep. Great, see you there.
How can I help you?
Great, see you there. All right, now let's get our folks settled in. I don't know, I have 2 buckets on me. All right, houses. So let's make sure we get them in the right places. Man, isn't that crazy? I think you can see why. I know I've said it a few times, but you can see why I label my houses the way I do. All right, so we got a merchant house, and we can go status, beautiful, and then say hello to your new future husband. So those 2 are solid. Then so many houses. Right, and then we'll go into services. Could you imagine if somebody like this was like the first video they watch? They'd be like, what the hell is this guy doing? They would have no clue. All right, so you're gonna be overflow, folks. Yep, we'll put you there. And we'll put you there. I might leave the resources for now. Well, yeah. Man, how am I gonna do this? I almost need like a notepad. All right, so we got rich coat, trousers, and boots. Clothing stall. Edit. Rich coat. Rich trousers and boots. Rich. Where are you? Rich trousers, rich boots. Boom. I forgot what the winter ones were. All right, rich coat, boots. Rich coat, trousers, boots. Winter coat, winter trousers. Okay. Clothing stall overflow. Winter coat. Jesus, I already forgot what the hell I said. Winter coat, winter trousers. Winter coat, winter trousers, I believe. Double check. That'd be the other thing, too. They'd be like, man, this guy forgets stuff super fast. Winter coat, winter trousers. Yes. Winter coat, winter trousers. Okay. All right, so we're good there. And now, what are we going to add? This is where I might leave it. Let's just get them selling a little bit for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to add like 2 iron pieces to help us go through some more iron. But the problem is I also got to watch like leather and stuff because they usually those pieces take leather. And then our resource overflow. I think we can add flour. Fertilizer's in a good spot, right? Manure is wise. Hold on, let me double check. Make sure we're not doing something wrong here. It seems weird that they're not bringing in anything right now. 34. What? All my pigs die or something? Oh, that's right, because he's only a 1. Oh. Look, so okay, there's a good example of the differences amongst people. He's a 1 and he's bringing in 34 poops a day. He's a 10 and he's bringing in 382 poops a day. So basically like halved our stuff. Okay, so that's why that's like that. So what we got to do then is on our resource stuff, right? We got to be kind of careful, right? Because that could be a thing where like we don't want to just throw stuff on here. Like flour we can do, wool fabric we can do. Let's do those for now, and then maybe salt, just to kind of lower that down a bit. So what do we say? Wool fabric and flour. Flour, wool fabric, and a little bit of salt. We'll put them on there for now. And then we will add in. For this I'm gonna go back and see how I want to do it. We're probably gonna add in a clay bottle and like a wooden vial, and then we'll have our people pump out more of them. I mean, I guess I could do it here. Like, what are we gonna do? Probably wine, mead bottle, wooden vial. That'll do clay and wood. Yeah. Let's throw a couple of them on there, right? Because you'd see they're already piling up pretty good. Maybe like, all right, we don't want to do a ton. Oh, Jesus, they go through 86 a day that way. That's a lot. All right, let's put those on there. I'm going to keep them pretty small for now until I can kind of go back and make sure of what I'm doing. Plus, they'll get better and that'll go down faster. All right, one more check here. So now, let's look at our wood sheds. So I drastically dropped these guys, but, oh, we gotta use planks too. So many moving parts. Right, so this guy, like, if we jack up planks so they're making buckets, like, we could sell buckets. We could just sell planks, I guess, too. Make it easy. If we sell buckets, we'll keep them refreshed. That's another thing. Let's take a look, see here. How far can I jack these up? 10? That's 200 a day. 200 wooden vials a day. It's pretty crazy. 21 logs a day that'll go through. This will go through planks pretty good. Let's try that for right now. Maybe we'll jack this up even more. 250 wooden vials a day is what we're gonna make. So then if we go down here, wooden vials, so we can sell. Let's start here. I don't want to get too crazy. And then also I want to add buckets. So we don't want to get too many buckets. Buckets are freaking heavy too. Sorry, I know this has been a pretty long kind of back and forth on where the heck's my buckets? Are buckets not under this? They've got to be. Log, stone, iron bar, clay, leather, fur, feather, wool, planks. Alright, firewood would be another thing we could put on here. Where the heck's the buckets? Okay, well, I guess buckets aren't on here? That doesn't make any sense. They should be on this. I don't know what else. What else would they be under? I don't know. We'll have to find out. I guess so. I'll look and maybe I can add it to something. But for right now, then let's just sell some planks because we have so many So many freaking planks. Um, let's sell 20 for now. I'm gonna go back over all these numbers and we'll have to check, right? Like if I'm selling 20 planks a day, you know, like now I gotta go back up here and take a look and see, you know, how many planks are we making a day? 5 there, 7 there. So we're gonna start losing planks, right? But you know, I mean, it's easy for me to just add them back in. So let's put it up to here, so we're not losing too many. So yeah, let's let that play out a little bit. We'll kind of check it in a little while, make sure we're looking okay. All right, these people should even out. So sorry, I know I just went through stuff probably a little fast there. Like if you've been watching every episode, I'm sure you're kind of caught up to like where we're sitting. But if you haven't been,
Do what they say.
yeah, sorry I went a little fast there. Long story short, on all that management that I just did, we're basically just leveling things out, right? So I'm looking at outliers, and I'm just looking at ways to where we can, you know, sell some of that stuff, right?
How
Because
is life treating
I
you?
can lower how much we're making, but you know, you might as well have your people working, and then you make some extra money selling it. Not that we need extra money, but I don't know. It's really, you know, it's one of those things, and I've said it before, you know, like, this game's so fun because you can play the way you want to play, right? So if you don't want to worry about all the management crap, just, like, you know, lower how much your people are making, you know, or otherwise, you know, maximize how much your people are making, and then you have your market stalls, and then you're trying to, you know, like, sell stuff at a decent rate, right? So again, all I was doing there is I've kind of looked at our outliers, right? Like our salt, our iron, stuff like that. And now we're gonna, you know, we're gonna use more logs and turn them into wooden vials. Planks are gonna go just kind of be sold. So what the heck's a bucket under then? It's a tool? Is that what it says? A type of tool. Really? Hold on. I'm kind of curious now. So if I go to my tool stall, buckets are here. Yeah, there they are. Um, hmm. I guess that would be, you know, if we did. So remember, we do have that one single merchant person up here. If we did get one more person, we could have them move in together, and we'd probably do another tool stall. Ugh, Christ. we, I already have one kind of set up. I kind of want to do that. So then instead of selling planks, I'm selling buckets. I don't know. I guess it's fine. That may be a thing we look at, because then I can use more iron easier as well by selling the iron tools, right? Because this guy's maxed out, or girl's maxed out, whoever it is. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's hold off on that. That may be a thing. You know, we may go pick up a straggler and add him to the tool stall. That would definitely be our next kind of merchant upgrade if we did that. All right, so in our overflow, I want to. We should have time, right? Yeah. Want to. Before we go, I want to update that a little bit. Let's take a look-see at some of this elite armor. Right, so my thing here is I don't want to use a buttload of leather to do anything. I guess it's only 5. Right, so what's our ratio? I'm gonna look at the ratios here a little bit. We're gonna do some min-maxing. So that would be like 5-ish leather, or no, 5-ish iron bars per leather, right? Oh, they're all actually pretty close. See, that one sucks, right? So this one you're using more leather per iron. Does that see what I'm kind of doing there? Because I don't want to get too crazy with the leather, because the leather's in like a really good spot right now, to where we're using it, but we're keeping, you know, a stockpile of it without it getting crazy. So what I might do, how much are those going for? Man, this stuff sells for a lot too, which is awesome. All right, so these two would be the worst if I'm concerned about the leather. So we don't want pants or collars. So I think I'm gonna go elite armor, and I mean we could do either one of these. I'm just gonna do one. Maybe let's do armor and helmets, I guess. Right. So see, all I'm saying there is we're gonna go down to our clothing overflow. right? And I purposely left some room here, so we're gonna go. I wish they would. Is it alphabetized? No, it's not. I wish they make it a little, alphabetize it or something. I guess I can sort it. Can I sort it? Select column. No, I can't even sort it. Whatever. All right, let's put those bad boys in there. And now, yeah, I was gonna say, I bet these will sell super slow. God, those sell so slow. Holy crap! I thought they'd sell a little faster. Does our person here suck? Hold on, let me see. Overflow. Oh yeah, you're new, aren't you? Okay. So that's why. So they will get better. But what am I at? 10% for those. Let's see. What do these average at? A little more. I think that'll be fine though. So I'm gonna leave that where it's at, and then I'm just gonna make a few, right? Because I guess the way I've been playing is I'm like the blacksmith. So I'm kind of like the village mayor slash blacksmith, I guess. You can think of it that way. But it's just because I like making. I think blacksmithing is fun in this game. So let's do. I mean, I don't even have to do that many. Let's do like 8 of these. And then I'll make 8 helmets. And that'll probably last us a couple seasons. Some of them. Yeah, see, like, our iron is still pretty high, and this isn't going to really drastically change it too much. If I did do... See, and that's the thing, too, is, like, these aren't very good ratios for how fast I'm using that leather. That's why I've been making iron battle axes. That's actually not too bad. Let's use a little wool. Ah, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just keep pumping out the axes and stuff. But I am kind of leaning towards maybe starting off next episode with getting another tool person. I don't know. We'll kind of see how she goes. Let's get... again, I don't know where those buckets came from, but whatever. I gotta... I don't know where some of this stuff came from. Put that away, put that away. That away. I got it from a wagon or something, probably, I'm sure. Alright. So, that makes me feel better. Like, we're already down 1,000 pounds from when we started this episode, so, or 1,000 kilos. Whatever. Alright. That'll help out some of this stuff, right? We don't have a ton of weight in here anyways. It's more about just keeping, like, the numbers down. Right? The big things are here. Alright, so we're going to be selling some of this stuff. The iron bars, I mean, we're selling those already. Firewood's still creeping up on us. Let's see. I mean, I already have that turned down. I mean, I can turn it down a little bit more, but... yeah, we'll continue to watch it. The nice thing is I only have a few outliers, right? Like, they're big outliers. Like, the salt's going to work itself out. I know we have a lot of weight in salt, but it's just because I haven't been replacing our fishermen that have been pregnant. So if you've missed the last, like, 5 episodes, that's why we have so much salt. Like, we're like 50% on our fishing staff right now. So the fish are piling up, and we're not salting them, as fast. So I could turn down the salt in the mines, I guess, but I'm just kind of letting it hang out right now. So yeah, really just kind of those top 5 outliers. We're going to continue to work on them a little bit, and then I think we're sitting kind of pretty. I think we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. So we're, making progress. We're expanding still. We're kind of just working on that automation of the town, which is kind of a never-ending thing. we'll see. So the next episode's kind of a special one, right? At 100. Um, Currently, what I'm thinking is I might just kind of talk about like some community event stuff. Like I might just make it like a thank you video. Maybe we'll do a little bit in it, but I think that's kind of the direction I'm going for the next episode. So, it might be kind of a fun one. Like I'm going to thank some of the people that, always do the comments. And I'm going to show off a couple other comments that have ideas about like a Discord and community events and that kind of thing. So, I think that might be kind of fun for like 100th episode, right? And I was going to kind of do those something similar to that anyways. And I still am. I'm so swamped right with everything kind of starting up right now. It keeps getting put on the back burner. But I'm going to call it like the Chaos Report, and it's going to be an update on the channel and where we're going and ideas from everyone and all that. But I think the 100th episode, I kind of want to tie it to the community, but do more of like specific to this game, obviously, because it's the 100th episode of this game. So I think that's the direction we're leaning in. And then the 101st episode, we will probably go down to the fish market and do some decorating down there because we're lacking a bit down there compared to up here. And maybe get one more tool person. I think we could definitely use another tool person. Plus, that person's single, and we can't have that. All right, we don't want anybody alone in our village. But yeah. Otherwise, like I always say, if you got any ideas, let me know. Always up for trying some stuff out. But yeah, I guess with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Go out there and be a good person. It's not that hard. I will see you on the next one.